See, we cannot say that array is better or linked list is better, because it all depends on the requirements. Maybe in one type of requirement array is good to use, and maybe in another type of requirement it is good to use linked list data structure. Fine. So it all depends on the requirements, plus it depends on the that size of the data you are dealing with. Or another factor is, it also depends on which type of operation you want to perform frequently with your data, whether you want to access the data very frequently, whether you are going to insert some another data very frequently, or you are going to delete some data from your existing data. Fine. So which type of operation you are going to perform frequently with your data, right? So it all depends on many factors. In this video we are going to compare all the factors, where to use array and where it is good to use array and where it is good to use linked list. Or you can say, in this video we are going to compare array and linked list, or we are going to talk about advantages and drawbacks of arrays and linked list, right? So now the first factor is cost of accessing the element from the data structure. See, both are data structure. Array is also a data structure, the linked list is also a data structure. So first factor is cost of accessing an element. First of all, we are going to talk about array. See, how we are going to represent an array. See, so this is how we are going to represent an array. Suppose we have some elements here, 6, 7, 0, 1, right? And you want to access some data from the array. Now, as we know, random access is possible in the array, or you can say direct access is possible. If you know the base address of the array, then you can easily compute address of any element in the array in constant time, right? And the formula is, suppose the base address for this is 100, for integer it is going to take 4 bytes, it is 104, 108, 112 and 116. So you want to access this data, index as 2. Simply how you will access, simply write a of 2, suppose array name is a, array name and index value. How the compiler is going to compute base address plus I value is 2 into the size of the data type, integer is going to take 4 bytes into 4, that is 108. So this is 108. So directly you can access this data by simply writing this thing. So it is going to take constant time, right? You want to access this data or this data. It does not depends on the number of elements in the array. It is going to take constant time, that is order of 1 only. Now, in case of linked list, how we are going to represent a linked list? See, so this is how we are going to represent a linked list. Linked list is having only 3 nodes. Now, if you want to access this 1 from the linked list, then you cannot directly go here, because in linked list only sequential access is possible, right? Because see, these nodes are not in contiguous blocks. In array, the data is stored in contiguous block, in consecutive locations. But here these are stored at random positions, right? So this is the linked list. We have the head pointer is having 1000. So using this address, we can reach to here, to the first node, right? Now check out. In the first node, this is the address part. See, I have already discussed all the fundamentals about linked list in the previous video. You can check out that video first of all, right? So now the address is 2000. Now you can go here at this node. Now here check out the address part. Here we have 3000. Now you can go to 3000 at this address, and now you can access this 1. And now suppose in linked list there are 10 nodes, and if you want to access the 10th node, then you have to traverse all the previous node first of all, then you can reach to that node only. So accessing of element depends on the number of node in the linked list, right? If you want to access this data first, then obviously then you can directly access, if the head node address is this one and in the first node only you found the data, right? If you want to access the, in average case, if you want to access the middle element, then you have to traverse how many nodes? N by 2 nodes, right? After that you can reach to the middle node in average case. So it also depends on the n, the number of elements, number of nodes in the linked list. So it is proportional to number of nodes in the linked list. So now the cost to access the data, or you can say the time complexity, is what? Order of n. In array it is order of 1, right? So if on your data, if you want to perform this accessing operation very frequently, so obviously it is better to use this array rather than linked list. Fine. Now second factor is what? Memory requirement, or you can say memory requirement plus memory utilization. We are discussing both the factors. See, array is what? A fixed size data structure. Generally we have to declare, we have to give the size of the array at declaration time only. We cannot change it at runtime. Fine. So what we generally do, we give the maximum limit of the array. When we declare the array, then we declare what? Int a, and size is 100. Fine. Maybe we are storing only 10 elements in the array or 20 elements in the array, but at starting we have declared what? Size for 10 integers. Fine. So that is what? Wastage of memory. So in this array, memory utilization is ineffective, you can say. Fine. But linked list is what? Dynamic size. There we don't have to give the size at starting. If you want to create another node, at runtime only you create that node. There is no wastage of space. So in that case, you can say in linked list, memory utilization is very efficient. Fine. Now if we talk about memory requirement, see, although memory requirement in array is less rather than linked list. How? See. Now see, suppose we have declared an array of size 7, right? Although we can take maximum limit 50 or 100, but I am going to take a simple example here, a small example. Array size is 7, but actually I have stored only 3 integers. So this is what? Unused space. Why so? Because further, maybe if you want to insert another data, you can insert this array, because array is fixed size. So in starting only we declare maximum limit, right? So now in this case, how much memory has been allocated to this array? For 7 elements are there, and each element is going to take 4 bytes, that is 28 bytes is to be allocated. But actually how much memory is in use? Only 1, 2 and 3 elements. 3 into 4, that is only 12 bytes. This is what? Unused space. Now in case of linked list, if you want to store only 3 elements, then you will create only 3 nodes. No need to give the size of the linked list in advance, right? At runtime only you are going to create a node. Fine. So now see, this is the linked list having 3 nodes only. So the memory requirement is how much? See, in the linked list, this node is going to take some extra space for storing this pointer variable. In 32-bit compiler, the pointer variable, the size of this is what? 4 bytes. In 64-bit compiler, it is going to take 8 bytes, right? So here I am taking 4 bytes for storing the pointer variable. So total for one node, total bytes would be 8, 4 for integer and 4 for storing this pointer variable, or the address, means 8 byte. So total size is 8 into 3 for 3 nodes, that is 24 bytes. Fine. And here 28 bytes, right? Now suppose you want to insert one extra element in the array. Simply you can insert here. Suppose I have inserted 5 here. Fine. But see, the size is what? 28 bytes. No need to increase the size, because at starting only we have give the maximum limit. But now in case of linked list, if you want to create another node, then the size, this size would be increased. 24 plus 8 bytes for one another node to store this 5. So now the total would be 24 plus 8 byte for storing this 5. Suppose here I want to insert one extra node 5, and you want to link here. Suppose address is 4000, so here we are going to store 4000. So now the total size is, you can say 8 into 4 or 24 in plus 8, that is 32 bytes. Now you can check, here only 28 bytes, here 32 bytes. Now if you want to insert one another node in this, then plus 8 means 32 plus 8, that is 40 bytes. But here if you want to insert one extra element, then simply here you can insert. No need to increase this size. In 28 bytes only you can insert this one, right? So this is why I am saying that memory requirement in case of array is less than linked list. In 28 bytes only you can store how many elements? 7 elements maximum. But in this case, if you want to insert, if you want to create 7 nodes, then the memory requirement would be 7 into 8, that is 56 bytes, right? And here only 28 bytes. But memory utilization, see, memory requirement and utilization both are different factors. Memory requirement is less in array, more in linked list, but memory utilization is efficient in linked list, but it is not so much efficient in array, because here wastage of space is a major drawback in array. Fine. Now second case is, if that's here we are taking integer data, fine, so it is going to take 4 bytes. Now suppose we are going to take a complex data type that is going to take 16 bytes to store, right? So now if 16 bytes is to be taken, then 16 into how much size is to be allocated for this array for 7 elements, 16 into 7, that is 112 bytes, fine, and we are going to store only suppose 3 elements, fine. Now in case of linked list, if you want to create only 3 nodes, not 4 nodes, only 3 nodes, fine, and for one node size is what? 16 for this data type, because we are going to take a complex data type of 16 bytes, 16 plus 4 for storing the address, 20. Each node is going to take 20 bytes, so 3 into 20, that is only 80 bytes. Now see, this is very efficient, this is 80 bytes, and here we have to allocate how many bytes? 112 bytes. So you can say, if the size of data you are going to insert is large, or you are going to deal with complex data type, then it is better to use linked list data structure, because linked list in that case is going to consume very less memory than this array, fine. But it also depends, maybe here you are declaring the size 7 and you are storing 7 elements in the array, so in 112 bytes only you are using the complete 112 bytes block, there is no wastage of space. And here if you want to create 7 nodes, then 7 into 20, then 140 bytes would be required, and here only 112 bytes would be required. So it all depends how much unused space you are taking in array, or you are using the complete space you have declared in the array. It depends on many factors, fine. But generally we say that memory utilization in linked list is very efficient than this array, and memory requirement in array is less and memory requirement in linked list is more. Now third factor is cost of insertion and deletion. So first of all we will discuss what is cost of insertion. 3 cases can be there: at beginning you can insert, at end you can insert, and at any ith position you want to insert. So now in array, if sorted array is there, then if you want to insert at the end, suppose first of all you are taking at the end, so directly you can insert here in the array, because random access is possible. You can directly calculate this address, compiler can directly calculate this address using that formula and simply insert value here. Suppose I want to insert 4 here, right? So at the end it is going to take order of 1 constant time. But if you want to insert here in the beginning of the array, then how you will insert? You have to shift all the elements right side. If you want to insert here, then you have to shift 4 here, then 0, then 7, then 6, and after that you can insert here. See, this thing how to insert data in array we have already discussed, so you can check out that video, fine. So you have to shift how many elements? N elements. So it depends on the number of elements. So it is going to take order of n. If you want to insert at beginning, the cost is order of n. If you want to insert suppose at middle, at any ith position, or you can say in average case, this is the best case, sorry, this is the best case, this is the worst case. In average case, if you want to insert in the middle of the array, then you have to shift how many elements? N by 2 elements, fine. So obviously it depends, it is proportional to that number of elements in the array. So in at ith position also we are going to take order of n, or you can say, we have already discussed theta n minus p. P is the position where you want to insert. It depends on the position, right? So now in case of linked list, when you want to insert at beginning, then here you want to insert, this is the first node. Here suppose I want to insert one another node having value 4, right? And suppose address of this node is in memory, address 4000 has been allocated to this node. You simply have to do what? You simply have to adjust these links. How you will insert? See, here in this node, at the beginning if you want to insert, then here at the address part of this node, you will store address of this node, 1000 you are going to store here. Fine. So you can say this is now going to link here, and in the head node you are going to store address of this one, that is 4000. Now head is going to point here. This is the first node, right? So at beginning it is going to take what? Constant time. So at beginning it is going to take order of 1 in case of linked list. Now at end, here after this, if you want to insert, then you cannot directly go there, because in linked list only sequential access is possible. Here you can directly go there, that is why it is order of 1. But here you have to traverse. First of all, suppose 1 at beginning in linked list, it is order of 1, right? Now suppose if you want to insert a node having value 5 at the end, and suppose the address is 5000, you cannot directly insert here, because when you are writing a program, then we are having only this head value, the head pointer value, that is 4000. So here where we can reach to this location 4000. Now check out the address part. Here we have 1000, so we can reach to this node. Now here in the address part we have 2000, so we can reach here. Here is 3000, so we can reach at 3000 address. Now we have reached at the end of the list. Now you can insert this node here. How you will insert? This 5000 would be, you have to simply adjust the links. 5000 would be stored here. Now you can see this node is going to point here. Fine. And here simply you will store null. We will discuss these operations in detail. Here I am just giving you an overview. So you have to traverse the complete list, right? So it depends on the number of nodes in the list. That is why if you want to insert at the end, then it is going to take order of n. You have to traverse the complete list to reach till end, right? And suppose if you want to insert any position, in average case, suppose you want to insert at middle position, then also you have to traverse how many nodes? N by 2 nodes. You have to reach till there by traversing n by 2 nodes. So it is proportional to number of elements only. So you can say in order, in this big O notation, you can say it is order of n in average case also. Fine. Now how to delete? The cost of deletion is same the cost of insertion. If you want to delete a data from the end of the array, then directly you can reach here and you can delete the data. It is going to take order of n. If you want to delete from beginning, then suppose if I want to delete this 6, then you have to shift 7 here, 0 here and 4 here. All the elements you have to shift. Fine. So this is going to take order of n. It depends on how many elements are there in the array. If you want to insert, if you want to delete from any position, or you can say in average case, if you want to delete from the middle position, then you have to shift how many elements? N by 2 elements to the left side. So it depends on, or you can say it is proportional to number of elements in the array, so it is going to take order of n. Fine. In this case also, if you want to delete from starting, then simply delete this, and what you have to do, you have to adjust this head only. Here if you want to delete this one, in head you are going to store 1000 only. Fine. So it is going to take order of 1. But from the end if you want to delete, then you cannot directly delete this 5. Why so? Because only sequential access is possible in linked list. So to reach till this node, you have to traverse the complete list. After that you can delete this one. Fine. So it depends on number of elements. You have to traverse n elements. After that you can delete the last node. So at the end, if you want to delete, then it is going to take order of n time. From any position, if you want to delete, suppose in average case you want to delete from the middle of the linked list, then you have to reach till middle of the linked list. Till that node you have to traverse how many nodes? N by 2 nodes, right? So that is also proportional to number of elements in the list. So that is why in average case also, or from any position also, it is going to take order of n. So this would be same as in case of in case of insertion. Fine. Now next point is easy to use. Which one is easy to use? Array or linked list? Obviously we will say array is easy to use than linked list. Fine. Next factor you can say searching operations. So in array, linear and binary search both are possible, but in linked list only linear search is possible, right? So these are some major factors on which we have compared array and linked list. So if you are asked to write down difference between array and linked list, I guess you can easily write down the difference now, or you can also write down the advantages of array and disadvantages of array, as well as advantages and drawbacks of linked list based on these factors, right? So from next video we are going to see the major operations performed on linked list with their code, traversal, insertion and deletion. So I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye, take care.